They want. Oh my God, this will be a good one. A hilarious one.
Right.
What way to start your week, huh? In the Winners Lounge.
What?
Please, everybody, welcome to the Winners Lounge.
Let's go.
Presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app and use the code DNVR365 when you sign up. Choose your offer and find out why, whatever the moment. It's never ordinary at Bet365. How do we do tonight, Dev?
Well, I thought that I was letting my homies down, so I had to make sure that I made sure that everybody was getting paid. Some people will call me a philanthropist.
Tonight you were.
You're the modern day Oprah.
I made sure everybody got paid tonight. Everybody eats.
I don't know if that is what a philanthropist is, but you
It
know
doesn't
what?
matter. It doesn't matter. It does not switch. Stop,
No,
Sheila.
you're thinking too much.
You're thinking way too hard on it.
Bet365, make sure that I'm a philanthropist.
We're also settled in very comfortably to the Toyota Winners Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. Hop in the Toyota chat. Join the conversation. If you're a Denver Nuggets fan and you're just finding us, where have you been?
Yeah, where you been at?
Where you been our whole lives, man? This is where Nuggets fans hang out after a win and after a loss, but after a win in particular, 130-124 over the Sacramento Kings. Harrison wins in the building.
Great start to a very important homestand. Big 4-game homestand right now. 1-0.
It is big. You got it. You can't go 4-0 without going 1-0.
Got to go
first.
1-0.
D-Line Co's here.
That's right, guys. What a game! That's all.
It sounded a little sarcastic, but I you know what? It was a game.
You know
They
what?
won.
It was a fight. It was a great game. Nuggets got the dub, and you know some things happened that we'll talk about.
What a tease. Stay tuned. Everybody
I'm
stay
sticking
tuned.
around for that one.
Rounding out the show, Superstar Dev.
I mean, I'm just excited to be here. I don't know how to go off after
Dev,
that
the
one.
parlaytherapist.
Dev 3 for 3 on his
That's a great
pregame
one. Is
pick
that in the
segments
chat?
on
No.
Bet365.
What the hell, dude? You think I get all my material from the chat? I get 30% from the chat.
We got to start calling him that, though. The parlay
The
therapist.
parlaytherapist Dev.
I'm into it, man. Nuggets get the win. Let's do a fast breakdown, shall we? Jokic, quick 8 points. First
Great
note,
first
man.
note, man.
I think
Great
we're 5 or
first
6
note.
on the year of the first
Yep.
note telling the story. Jokic, quick 8 points, 18-8 start for the Nuggets. Then AG, 10 quick points. He was very aggressive early on in this
Early
game.
on, he was AG, man.
He really was. Nuggets scoring, but getting no stops. This was a defense optional game for the most part. Jokic was taking so many threes. Do you guys remember that?
It was very reminiscent of Golden State for a little.
It was
Except for
honestly,
these went in.
He took 10 tonight, and I think he took more in the first quarter of this game than he did in that game. He was taking them nonstop, man, but he had 15 points. And then we got Julian Strawther minutes, a sign of things to come. 39-30 Nuggets after 1. Why did I say a sign of things to come? David Adelman, that mad scientist, for the 6th straight game, had a different rotation. 6 games, 6 rotations.
What do you think he learned from tonight's rotation?
Don't go to that one again.
Probably a great amount.
Yeah. All bench lineup. No starters. 10-man rotation. All bench. Struggled at first. It did finish a little bit stronger, though, so it looked really bad for a second. Then they bounced back. But then you get to a Murray, Bruce, Cam, AG, Val lineup. Kings cut it to 2. Jokic back in. They went on a run. It was 72-63 Nuggets at the half. In the third quarter, if you guys remember the start of this, the Nuggets scored every time for like 10 possessions, but they couldn't get stopped, so it was back and forth. And then to end the third quarter was where things got a little hairy. Why? The Westbrook-Eubank connection.
Bro.
Man.
3 straight pick and roll lobs.
He
I
found
just
his
thought
new
of-
Jokic, a lot of people
I just thought
are
of a new
saying.
nickname for it. The West Bank.
Well, gotta keep working on it.
No.
Timely.
We'll keep working on that one. Fourth quarter, Westbrook was cooking. He had himself a night tonight. Westbrook,
How do you do it?
By far the best Sacramento Kings player. I'm trying to move on quickly from that.
Why?
One, Harrison. 6
Let
point
it go. Let it go.
6-point game with 8 minutes to go when Jokic checked back in. Do you guys remember the first play when he checked back in? Drained a 3.
A bucket.
yeah.
Yeah, because they were on a run. It actually was like, you know, you were kind of like, dang it, Nuggets, 6-point game. Are you going to blow this? Kings were on fire. The Nuggets were on fire. Jokic kind of took over in the middle portion of the fourth. That opened things up. And then the very end of this game, a little bit ugly. Nuggets had turnovers. Kings had turnovers. The game where nobody got stops turned into nobody could score down the stretch. There were like ugly turnovers, but the Nuggets hold on. 130-124. Let's go to Red Hawk Roofing. Big takeaways. Superstar Dev?
My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway in this one was Welcome back, Christian Braun.
Hey.
Oh, he needed a bounce back spot. He needed to look like himself. He needed to find his rhythm. He needed to be aggressive. He needed to get out in transition. Let it fly. He did all of those things, and he also made some defensive plays that stood out in his game. This was a game that he was locked in on. This was a game that he wanted to make sure that he was a part of the team. And I love that he was able to bounce back like that. 7 of 10 from the field. He got to the free throw line. That goes to show you how aggressive he was. But it was also the rebounding. It was also the assist. He gave you a little bit of everything. That's the Christian Braun that we're accustomed to. That's the Christian Braun we want to see for the rest of the year.
Plus 21, a game high plus 21 tonight to go with his 21 points on 7 of 10 shooting. It was like the old Christian Braun. Doing it, off of cuts, getting to his spots, did knock down a 3 as well. I like it. Welcome back, Christian Braun.
Welcome back, baby.
D-line.
My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway. The Nuggets kind of sleptwalked through this game, and they still won it pretty handedly because their starters are so good. With one, I don't even want to go there, but their starters are able to they're just dominant. They can just kind of do as they please. Jokic obviously was just toying with the Sacramento Kings all night. He just did as he wanted, turned it on when he had to. It's a little obnoxious that they're able to do this. Like, I feel like they're going to abuse this power. Like,
It does feel like you're right. They're going to abuse it.
They're absolutely going to abuse. I mean, they're just like I've gone back to the kid who doesn't study for the test but still aces it, and then just
Gets an A- really.
Yeah,
It
he
was
gets
like, all
an
right,
A-.
well,
Yeah, right. And then everyone's like, "Man, you could have got an A+." He's like, what's the problem? Probably actually he gets a B+, and their parents are mad. He could have got the A. But I mean, the starters look so great, and the bench tonight struggled. We got JV minutes tonight, I would say.
With one exception.
But
There was one loosey goose out there tonight.
there was one loosey, juicy, goosey, boosey, Brucey. I took that one or two minutes too far. I recognize that.
You were hot tonight, man.
Killed it.
I recognize that. Listen, I recognize that in real
Shoot or
time.
shoot.
Just in real time. Shoot or shoot. You know what I mean? But all the same, the Nuggets starters are very good. They can go very far, and I'm excited to see it. It's just like the whole team to sort of catch up with what they're doing.
Yeah. I do think, to your point, we are waiting on the Nuggets to just look like this juggernaut.
Yeah.
And they're 4-2, and they kind of just get the job done. The 2 losses, they didn't. But on the other games, you're kind of like, all right, they were almost dominant.
Yeah.
Almost.
I know.
But
it's
enough.
You want to, in a game like this, just clown the Kings and laugh at them. But it was like, good game.
Yeah.
A good game, guys. Good game.
My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway has to do with Nikola Jokic, and he's gotten off to a quieter start scoring this season than definitely last season, and then we're used to 21 points, 14 points, 25 points, 21 points, 21 points. Goes for 34 today, 14 of 22 shooting. He's still got his fastball. He can still absolutely turn it on and dominate a game like that when he needs to scoring wise and when he wants to.
Yeah.
Sabonis, the Kings front line, there's not a lot there. He went into this game knowing he could dominate, and the opportunities were there, the space was there, and he did just that. I mean, this was a throwback Jokic game from last season when, he might have had to score 34 points to win. Maybe he didn't have to in this game. Nuggets offense was really cooking, but he did. And it was just a nice little reminder that he can still absolutely pour it on and dominate and carry this team with 34 points on a nightly basis.
Yeah, and it's funny because when you ask him about tonight, he took 10 threes, and some nights he's passive or takes a lot of threes. It was 4-10, but I'm just saying some nights you ask him and he's like, yes, I'm just what the defense gives me. And I do take him, I think he's being honest about that.
Totally.
But then sometimes you do watch the game like tonight and you're like, I don't know, it felt like you were really aggressive.
Right. And he had the 14 assists too. He had 2 blocks. He had 4 steals.
Yeah.
And just 1 turnover.
Yeah.
In 36 minutes.
Pretty don't say effortless.
Don't you
We gotta
dare
stop.
say
We gotta
it.
stop saying that.
Don't you
But
dare.
he made it look effortless, even though we know it was very effortful. My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway. David Adelman really is using, and he's told us this. He's not telling a lie. David Adelman tells us what to look for, and then if you pay attention, you kind of see it. And he's like, yeah, these first 10 games are training camp. Well, there is no such thing as training camp. We use it as an experiment. The Nuggets are 4-2 now. Pretty good record, 2 very close losses, and he has gone to a completely different rotation every single game.
Yeah, I don't know that I could describe his rotation currently.
Because you absolutely cannot.
You don't know
we
what's
don't know.
coming.
And I think right now it is a feature. I think at some point it is going to have to narrow. I think that this can turn on a dime. If the Nuggets were 2-4 right now, it'd be the number one talking point everybody would have. They'd say, well, nobody knows what the rotation is. I think he's deliberately using this opportunity to just say, let me see what everything looks like because I kind of want to know what my team is. And perhaps that is part of why the Nuggets don't look fully dominant. It's possible that in years past, you go to the exact same rotation and you don't learn as much about your team, but you blow out, you beat the Kings instead of by 6, you beat them by 15.
Yep.
But I do think that he's using this as, I just want to learn about my team. I want my team to learn about each other. I want everybody to get some different chemistry. And I'll be honest, right now I like it. They have this homestand. I want them to like it.
Yeah.
When they go on the road, I
lock
hope
it
that
in.
they kind of narrow it down to something that's at least a little more consistent. It doesn't have to be every single night, but I hope it's not different every night. But at the moment, I like it, and I think it's like the Nuggets growing, even if the numbers don't always reflect it.
I love it right now because they're experimenting, and there's no better time than right now. They're not playing a very tough schedule where every single night is against a contender or anything. Why not figure it out right now to see what you have before you go on the road, before you go against like a stretch of the season that truly matters? This is a time to figure it out so that you don't have to figure it out later on, when the season's on the line. So I love that they're doing this. Also, you get to see it's not even the foxhole, but it's like who you could bring in certain situations, who you could, match up against certain lineups. If there's a big lineup, okay, we're going to go to this. There's a good bench, we're going to try this. It's not going to be the stagger every single time where you're so reliant on a starter. I think it's great that they're, able to experiment the way that they are. So that is something that stands out early on. I'm glad you brought it up.
Well, I think that David Adelman is one of these guys that really studies everything. He's so deep in I'm not going to say the metrics. I don't know that he's like a super numbers guy, but I do think he's filing away every detail that he sees, every play they run, everything. And I think for him, he's casting as wide of a net as he can right now to learn as much as he can about the team. And I think it leads to some inconsistencies for your bench guys. Tonight, Bruce Brown had a really good night. Tim Hardaway was a little bit more quiet. Peyton Watson had a rough night. But I think if you put yourself in their shoes, they're the ones that are most affected by this. Because they're the ones that are like, well, I don't know if I'm in with this guy tonight or that guy or what have you. It's not an excuse, but it is something that makes me just calm a little bit and say, the Nuggets are going to probably have 10 games of experiments before they move forward, and we'll really start to learn.
And what I do like is that he has I never find myself being like, all right, okay, bring him in, or all right, make the change. Like David Adelman he's experimenting, but within reason. He's not allowing his experimentation to sort of go way too far. If it's not working, he'll be like, all right, whatever, let's move it on. Overall, I think that his rotations have been, they've just been appropriate. I feel like he's paying attention. He's not just going on autopilot, which I approve. I enjoy that.
Here's a couple cool stats for you guys. Tonight, Nuggets at home. They are 3 for 3 at home this year, leading wire to wire. They have not trailed at home for even a second so far, which is kind of crazy. And they're the 9th team in the last 20 years to lead by a dozen or more points in each of their first 6 games of the season. Now, obviously, they blew that in 2 of those games, but there are some positive signs here. Those teams, the previous 8, I said they're the 9th team. The previous 8 went on to win an average of 63 games.
Wow.
4 out of 8 won the NBA Finals.
Okay.
Now, this is one of those fake stats.
Is
you
it?
Well,
you mean because they're going to win 61?
To win to lead, not even to win, but to lead by at least a dozen points in every game. All right, I don't know.
But I think it does prove that, when the Nuggets turn it on, they've shown what we've wanted to see. They have a level that they can get to that these teams that they've played haven't been able to match in that moment. And that's important to show right now. But I'm with you guys. I love how David Adelman's handling this rotation right now. We're 6 games into the year. I don't think he's played any game with the same rotation twice.
Right.
He's had a different rotation every single game.
That was tracking rotations with some sort of color code that we could check out.
Ryan Blackburn?
Oh, right. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Guys, come on.
Dude, rotation Twitter, dude. Look, come on.
I told you it was a big year for rotation Twitter.
Rotation
it's
Twitter.
shaping up like that.
It's a huge year for
Massive
rotation
year.
Twitter.
Everybody's on it.
I just
Today,
hope-
Adelman went with the all bench lineup.
I just hope Blackburn is stretching before each one of these games.
Big year.
I will say though, to your point, I do think that stat hints at Denver's peak.
Yeah.
Their peak is really good, and they have been able to build these leads. Maturity and the killer instinct and continuity, some of those stuff is probably going to come over time. But I too am encouraged by the start the Nuggets have had. So encouraged, in fact, that there are nights like tonight where the Nuggets win, and you're kind of like, seemed kind of easy.
Yeah,
It
nice
did
stuff.
seem- this is like one of these like rich person problems, these first world problems, where you're
totally.
just like, I don't know if the win was yummy enough.
Yeah.
Like it could have been yummy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then versus if you were a fan of the Kings and you were just like, God, please,
I know.
can we please just win? Please?
Save us, Russ.
Yeah,
All right.
save us,
I mean,
Russ.
just to stick on that though, I do enjoy the fact that while the Nuggets have their spurts of like not playing well, they're still handling these teams that they're supposed to handle pretty easily.
Just
that
smacking
is
them.
not what we've seen, in last year's team. That just wasn't. So I think it's great that they're getting back to like, we're going to blow out these teams. Yes, we're not going to be locked in the entire time, but there are going to be stretches that we take over. And then also when it matters, we're going to close them out. And they did that in this game.
We got to take a break, but while we go to this break, let me know in the chat on a scale of 1 to 10 where your confidence is at. The Nuggets are 4-2. Is the confidence all the way up, or are we still kind of in wait and see mode? Let me know.
Ooh, apparently Russ had a spicy quote.
Really?
Shout
See
out
if we can
to
find it.
Bet365. Use the code DNVR365. Hit that QR code right there on the screen. You can sign up and bet along with us in the pregame lounge where Superstar Dev won a perfect 3 of 3 on his top 3 bets in this game. He hit the Christian Braun over, the Russell Westbrook over, and what was the third one? Jokic over points. The lock
He
of the
was
night.
cooking, man.
Big night for us with Bet365. They're an official partner of the Denver Nuggets, and they've got tons of bets that you can do on the NBA. Coming up on Tuesdays, tip-off Tuesdays, you can place a qualifying same-game parlay bet with a safety bet feature on Tuesday games. Get up to $10 in bonus bets if your bet loses. Make sure to download the app. Use code DNVR365 when you sign up. If you're a new customer, bet $200. Or you can get $200 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Got to use our code, though, DNVR365. Deposit $10, place a bet for $5 to get $200 in bonus bets. Those can be used on spread, total, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 plus. Physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Also, we got to talk about our friends over at Game Time, the only ticketing app I use. Concert shows, sporting events, Nuggets tickets, Avs tickets, Broncos tickets, college sports, concert shows, whatever you need. Game Time, they have you covered. And the coolest part about Game Time is they have features that just show you what the best tickets are right when you go onto the app. They've got zone deals. They've got seat views, lowest price guarantee, Game Time ticket coverage. It's the only ticketing app I use because your purchase with Game Time covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. So take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code DNVR. $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. But create an account, redeem code DNVR. $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today.
Alrighty, we are back here. Segment 2. Everybody hop in, throw a like up real quick. Let's get all the Nuggets fans in here. Let's go back to Nikola Jokic here real quick. 34 points, 14 assists. No triple-double, though. He was outside the perimeter all night long tonight. You know what? He really wasn't in the rebounding position quite a bit. But
Only 14 assists. You know what I mean? Like,
only 14. He's leading the league in assists, man.
it's wild.
14 assists, and they're coming easy.
They're coming very easy.
Well,
And
no. They look like they're coming easy. They're not. We got to get over it. D-Live, we got to get over this. We can't.
It's not effort. We didn't say effortlessly.
No.
They're not effortless. Well,
Don't
but
you dare.
and it doesn't feel like he's getting that much more help from his compatriots.
You don't think?
I mean, he must be,
5
obviously.
guys, 6 guys in double figures tonight?
Yeah, I guess that probably can. There's just maybe I'm
3
thinking
guys
about,
with
again
20?
one guy. I'm thinking about one guy on that starting line unit.
But Dev, 10 3-pointers tonight. At least he was knocking them down tonight. He's shooting that 3 with a ton of confidence, but only 2 of 3 from the foul line, 7 rebounds. he was a perimeter-oriented guy tonight.
For sure. I really do think that was part of how he knew the Kings were going to defend him. Like, this was a very, very undersized team, and they were going to stack the paint the entire time. So he's like, I'm going to keep Sabonis away from the paint and being able to protect because everybody else can score. If he starts knocking them down, Sabonis has no choice but to get out there, and everybody else had that going. But also, I think he wanted to tune up his three-point shot as well. He had it going on early in this game, and we've been seeing first quarter stretches where he's taken one shot. Yeah. I feel like in every single game. This one, he had, 15 in the first quarter? He was like, I'm going to be very aggressive in this game, and it doesn't matter how I'm trying to score. We got to see him inside, with back to the basket shots. We got to see the outside shot. We've seen some mid-range shots, but he just made sure that the ball kept flowing. And the thing that stands out is the 22 field goal attempts. He leads the team in scoring. They win the game. I just really think that should be the whole thing. No one should ever take more shots than Nikola Jokic. I just don't want that. I just never do.
I mean, sometimes he wants that. Sometimes he makes sure that's the case.
And that's okay. I want them to have – he had 14 assists, so he could still get everyone else involved, but also still be aggressive as well.
But you know what, Harrison, we got a little bit of tonight that I think we all want to see more of is him catching the ball on the roll. Because those are like I feel like makes the little floater shot off of the roll at a 90% rate.
Yeah.
Not getting as many as I would like on the season, but he did get a couple tonight, which added to the total.
Yeah. He got on the move a lot. And I mean, his finishing was on point today. He finished everything around the rim. It was really great to see. And
yeah, he only missed two 2-pointers.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't even know, but probably got the rebound on at least one of those.
Probably.
Knowing Yoke. But I mean, this is the team that he should do that against. The Kings are a terrible defensive team.
They really are.
Sabonis is their big man. They started small with Westbrook, DeRozan, Schroeder, and Levine. They have no presence inside. I mean, they have no interest in playing defense, the Kings. So this is the team he absolutely should have dominated against. And that was definitely a clear, first option tonight. Establish Yoke inside, beat them from the inside out. Nuggets got a lot done in the paint in this game, and that kind of set the tone.
Aaron Gordon tonight had 20 points, 7 rebounds, assist, and a steal. He started this game super aggressive, kind of cooled off from then. Here's my take on AG. He does a lot for the team. I'm a little concerned about his athleticism. He had this straight line drive to the rim tonight that he kind of finished below the rim, and I was like, man, I just feel like that's always an explosive, get to the rim, dunk it. I don't know. It's not like a major concern, but it is noteworthy for me, Dev.
Yeah, and when his athleticism starts to die down or he's not feeling as springy, he stays on the perimeter and just shoots. And I thought that this was going to be a game that he was just going to be just so dominant down low. They had Russell Westbrook having to guard him because of the defense that they,
the size,
They were small the entire time, and I feel like that plays into why Jamal says, I'm not going to shoot, all the shots. Why Jokic says, I'm going to be on the perimeter and let him work inside. So, I just think that does become a thing where he is just relying on the jump shots and he's not using his size. And that's where his big advantage is. And in athleticism, it does pop in those games where it's against another athletic team. The Kings are not that. They were not a good defense. They don't, play the same way, but you need AG in those type of games where you could, show him matching other teams' intensity and things like that. But I did like the fact that he got himself scoring. He grabbed all the boards. He was still in touch with what they're wanting to do in this one. So, I mean, I like the way that AG still finds ways to be productive.
He had that sidestep 3 tonight.
He had
that
a couple
was insane.
ridiculous shots.
That shot was just, it's like,
the splash.
Yeah.
Nothing but net.
On Westbrook, too.
It's
hand in the face.
It's crazy that he's taking those shots, though. I mean, the thing is that I feel it's a little misleading to say it's his athleticism. It makes me think maybe he's a little injured, his leg, because I don't feel like his athleticism is letting him down, but he definitely looks slower. Like in that first game, he looked like he could do whatever he wanted. He looked strong. And since that point, it's just kind of gone a little bit down. And I don't think it's just like he's losing his athleticism, but I do think he's injured a little bit.
The thing that sticks out to me though is at media day, I asked him about it, and I was like, you're still as athletic as ever, and he was like, "Man, I'm not as athletic as ever." Like it was weird of him to pull it out.
I mean, he's 30.
But 30 to me, yeah.
You don't have the same springs as you do when you're 24 jumping over mascots.
I agree, but I do think you have the same as when you were 28, and I'm wondering if that's true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, he looks healthy to me. He doesn't have, the same explosiveness. But then again, I mean, he had a 360 alley-oop already.
That's what I mean. Like, there
he's
are
had
times
some
when-
monster dunks already.
Yeah.
Like he's shown it. And
I
then-
wonder if he's just trying to conserve it a little bit.
You
could
actually
be.
might be onto something.
Yeah.
Him and Yoke both maybe to some extent.
Maybe.
They know that this year more than any year is like, hey, we got to be smart. We have a team that can do it. Our bodies have to have this like arc to it.
And maybe he's just going to pick and choose his games a little more carefully when he really needs to show that.
We talked about Christian Braun. I mean, it really was nice to see him kind of bounce back the way that he did tonight. I still think, and I brought this up on the list 2 weeks ago or maybe last week, that the team's going under on the handoff for him, especially when they do it twice. You come off of one handoff and they go under. There's something else you can do, but then you zig back. Oh, man, look at that. Yeah, then you zig back on it. When teams go under that one, that's the shot he has to really nail. And tonight he was 1 of 3. What's that?
Those are good stats though. 21.
Oh, that's
points.
an old Christian.
It
7
was
of 10.
vintage
7
Christian
of 10.
Braun today.
His
Everyone
only
shot
two,
well.
he had 2 of his misses were from 3, so it's like he was finishing inside, and he finished an and one as well. Let's go to Jamal Murray real quick. 15, 7 and 7, +1, 3 of 3 from the foul line. A little bit of a quieter night. D-Line, is there a theory as to why he's been so on fire, but 15 points?
Yes. I don't like it. Listen, he looks great.
Yeah.
Very fashionable.
Okay.
I don't besmirch a man for using his God-given gifts to make himself look good. His hair looks great.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my hair there for a second. Oh, him.
I hate when basketball players have hair that goes into their eyes. I swear to God, it messed up his shot. I can't be talked off of this. Like, if you want to have it
5
like
from
that,
the three-point line
if you want to
tonight.
have it like that, you got to wear a headband or something. Like, you can't have hair bumping you in the eyes if you don't do that every single day. I swear to God.
You want
I
him to
don't
go
care.
Corey Kispert?
I don't
Do the,
care. Like,
giant
whatever
thing
he
that
does,
pushes
dude,
back?
like, he's got to keep the hair out of his eyes if he wants to be an NBA shooter. That's it.
This is a theory that originated with Alfred Payton, I believe.
Well, that one was like for real. 'cause
Many years ago.
His hair hung down like
Yeah.
one of those lure fish. You guys know the lure fish?
Oh,
Where
yeah,
like
with
a little
the
thing
light
like
over
that.
their head,
That's
right?
how his hair was.
Yeah. But I'm not kidding. I'm literally not kidding here. Like,
I know.
We know you're serious.
I'm very aware of that.
Everybody knows.
I
you're
just
very
think
serious.
it's like you gotta be whatever.
Yeah, he
Whatever.
changed up his hair. He went with the
But
twist and he shot
he looks
poorly.
great. He looks fantastic. But put a headband on, man.
Yeah, I think for him it was kind of a nondescript game. He was 6 of 17, 0 of 5 from 3. Shot wasn't falling. He did have a couple big time plays though in key moments when the Nuggets needed a bucket, and he got them. So, is there anything you have to say about him tonight, Dev? Is it, to me, kind of nondescript?
Yeah, I do think that in this game he kind of although he took a lot of shots, he kind of moved out of the way. Like there was a lot of times where he didn't seem like he was the main character.
Yeah.
He's been the main character in every single game where he could have shot them out of it. He didn't have it, going on in this game and started to get other people involved. Got, more assists, started to defer to other scores, make sure that everybody kept offense going. And that's what you want to get in the mix of when it comes to Jamal is a mixture of the both too. The same way that Jokic, you could get your shots, but also when you don't have it going, you have to run the show because you are the point guard. So it was great to see him, do a little bit of that.
To your point, he doesn't have quite the same like bounce to him. Like there's some of those games where you just feel like he's like just had a Red Bull or something, like he's like real turned up. And then this game it was not. That was not
He
the
made some
case.
crazy tough shots tonight.
I mean, these last 2 games, I will say, I'm a little worried about, is this actually the year of Jamal Murray? Or we're
really?
just a little fooled.
Really, just the last 2 games?
Yeah.
Fired up, Kale.
I mean,
I think he was
in
a
the
little
wrong way.
hampered. He almost didn't
Fired
play.
up.
Well, he
Kale.
is
He's
hampered.
not back.
He is
not
playing
back.
hurt.
Oh no!
Fire it down, Kale.
Fire it down.
Kale refuses to fire down. Sorry, my bad. But today, you are right. Like, he did hit a couple of shots that were just ridiculous. I mean, the one where he was trying to cook, who was it? Schroeder or Westbrook for like the whole possession, didn't get anywhere, and then settled for this ridiculous like turnaround fadeaway that he of course
That he drained.
sunk.
Nothing but net.
Yeah,
that was
of
on Nick.
course.
Nick Clifford.
But like when Jamal Murray's on, he hits those shots. Like he can hit shots that are the no, yes shots that are just vintage stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how he looks and feels. He was still on the injury report, although wasn't he questionable in Portland and then probable tonight?
Yes.
That would indicate,
he is getting better.
To me, it would indicate a little bit of recovery. Right. So, if they needed him tonight, maybe he would have had a little bit more. Let's take a break because we still have to talk about Brucey B, who did something tonight that I really loved. I think he loves being in Denver. He talks about love being in Denver. I think the home games he might go full Bruce. And then, of course, we're going to give an update on Cam John, who I thought was great tonight at everything but one thing.
Cameron Johnson.
And also, Russell Westbrook had a very interesting quote that we will play coming up. Shout out to Monarch. If you're like me, maybe you're not great at managing your finances. Maybe you just don't want to deal with managing finances. I was one of those people, a lot going on, busy work day. I needed something to organize my finances and just like present them to me in a very easy way to understand. That's what Monarch does. They tell you maybe where you're spending too much money, where you can save money, how to maximize your investments, increase your savings rate. They review your finances, you can do them with your partner, with your financial advisor, whoever it might be. It gives you a clear view of your financial health. Monarch was named the best budgeting app of 2025 by the Wall Street Journal. It was also named in CNBC's top fintech companies in the world. Don't let financial opportunity slip through the cracks. Use code DNVR at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year, 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with the code DNVR, the number one budgeting app out there. Check it out. monarchmoney.com. Use the code DNVR for 50% off your first year. Also, shout out to our friends over at Shady Rays. You need your Shady Rays here in Colorado. You never know, even in November, when that 60, 70 degree day is going to pop and you're driving down the highway and you're like, where are my Shady Rays? Well, you go to shadyrays.com so you don't have to worry about that. Use the code DNVR for 35% off. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by 300,000 people. 300,000 people.
It's a lot of people.
Have rated them 5 stars. Shadyrays.com. Use the code DNVR, 35% off. You go to shadyrays.com. They have a style, a color, a selection for everybody. The best sunglasses out there. Not expensive either. Perfect for Colorado, wherever you are. Shadyrays.com. Use the code DNVR, 35% off polarized sunglasses.
All right, we are back here, segment 2. Let's run through here. Bruce Brown tonight, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. But what I loved about it tonight, that's a good stat line. Good. He did a nice job tonight. What I loved is that Dennis Schroeder brought it out of him tonight somehow, and it got him going. He might be one of these guys, Dev, that needs to be punched a little, to wake up.
For sure, and also he's going to do some punching. Like Bruce Brown plays with fire the entire time. And it was great to see Russell Westbrook on the other side because they needed that guy last year. He's the Russell Westbrook, of the last year team. He brought that same energy that Russell Westbrook brought when he was with the Nuggets the last time. And there was questions about if he was going to return and be able to be that guy. He is still that guy. People were saying that he maybe lost a step. It doesn't matter if you're playing hard the entire time. If you're impacting the game while you're out there, he's grabbing boards. He's setting up the offense. He's, causing a spark for his team where everybody's responding with it. So it has been great to see Bruce Brown get into it with everybody. And I love that celebration. It's Bruce being Bruce.
The hat tip?
The hat tip.
Yeah,
is
it's great.
Straight to the bench, go straight, to the... He's a player that he's trash talking you, but he's also show me, it's like you guys follow this without having to say that. He leads by example.
Plus, he's smiling the whole time. He plays with joyful FU, which is so great. He just is. He's having a good time. And it's not so serious, but it is. He's gonna put it in your eye, laugh at you, but then you're still gonna be friends after it. I also just love the image of Bruce Brown running up and down talking smack with a Nuggets tattoo on his arm.
It is hilarious.
It really is just like they pulled a fan from the crowd. They're like, get in there.
It's insane to think that he is on 3 teams with a Nuggets tattoo.
It is wild, dude. It is wild. And it's like a big ornate one. He's got like a whole mountain
He's
scene.
got
with
a wilderness scene
Can
going.
you imagine though? We'd be a little bit if like we had a player on the roster and he just had a Hornets tattoo.
Oh, it'd be
like,
weird as hell. Well, I mean,
I really like Tim
Hornets
Hardaway.
tattoo's a little far-fetched.
Okay, you're right.
But even
like a Warriors tattoo.
But yeah, like him.
Cam had a Phoenix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah,
his tattoo. Yeah, that's a good one.
but Bruce is just
Maybe he
in.
does.
Yeah, Bruce is just in on the Pelicans, just with this Nuggets tattoo. It's like, why isn't this going better?
Bruce Brown, I think, turns into the best player in the world. This possession after somebody talks shit.
Oh
so
my
true.
god, dude, we just
It's
need
so
to
true.
hire
He
somebody.
turns into Michael Jordan.
Dude, he's waiting for somebody to just say something. It's like, I dare you. I just do it. Just do it.
It was hilarious because tonight it was him and Schroeder like kind of like jawing, and the ref stepped in and they're like, both of them were like, no, it's cool. It's
Right.
cool.
We
want
like
it.
this.
This is what we do.
Both
want
Schroeder
this.
and Yoke got into it early.
Yeah.
Just some weird, stupid, benign play.
Yeah.
And then
Dude,
Bruce kept going at him.
Yoke's energy this year, man. Just quick
He's a bully.
quick to get back. All right, the one guy I know everybody wants to talk about, Cam Johnson tonight. I thought he was fine, minus the fact that he still cannot make a shot. He was 0 of 5 from 3, had 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. I do think that
He's fine.
he was following up, and he's done this for the last 3 or 4 games. Unfortunately, it hasn't changed the outcomes, but he'll miss a shot and come down and take another one quick. And I like it because at least it shows it of like, yeah, I'm not shook. I'm just in a rut or whatever. Nonetheless, he adds another 0 of 5 game from 3.
And he did some other things today too. Like
He did.
That was the positive. Yes, the shot isn't going in. It doesn't look like it's really going in either. Usually,
No.
Well, man,
It's not-
right
it's not like-
now when it leaves his hands every time, I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like short and off to the. It's not in a good spot. But no, he like made a nice cut off, and Jokic fed him right at the rim.
yeah.
He moved pretty well within the offense. So he's doing some other things to kind of get himself going and feel more a part of the team in the offense. But I mean, his best skill is his shooting. Like that's the number one thing
is
he
it?
can help
Yeah.
his team out with.
We know that.
That's what I heard.
I believe.
That's what we know.
He had his toughest moment as a Denver Nugget tonight, where he got that rebound. And then he went back up strong, and it was in the first quarter. And we were like, "Oh my god!" And
Oh
then
yeah,
he, like,
that was a great play.
Yeah, that
and
was
then he
his
missed
best
like
play, for
every
sure.
shot after that,
Yeah.
and it was like, ugh, "What the hell, man? Like, come on! Like, it is." I just want to get on this show one of these nights and just like not be like, well,
what happened?
It's
Come
come-
on,
I do still
I
think
know.
it's
I will say that he's looking better. This
Today was definitely way
this
better
was
than
definitely a step in the right direction. And go 0 for 8. Keep shooting.
Yeah.
I'm okay with shooting because it's gonna start falling. You know what type of shooter you are. It hasn't been falling, but he also does little things. He still cuts.
For sure.
He still, is active defensively and trying to defend. He didn't get pushed around every single time in this game. I like what I seen there. I would have loved to see a couple of shots fall, just 1 or 2 more. But I also like the fact that he's starting to shoot more. Like you just said, he's coming down and he's taking another shot quick. Nobody drops their head when he's missing his shots. So he doesn't need to be dropping his head when he misses, when he's missing his shot. In this game, keep on shooting. That's what it's going to do. Shoot or shoot.
And Yoke averaging 11 assists, 6 games in, which is a career high, in playing only 35 minutes. I do think that it just completes the offense a little bit more. So if he just, the crazy thing to think about with Cam is he's shooting horribly. And if he just wasn't, I think the Nuggets might be in a really, really good.
God, they'd be
like
undefeated.
82-0.
He is shooting from 3 right now, 25%.
How
If
many has he made? Like 4?
He has made 6.
Okay.
He's made 6 3-pointers this season.
It's ridiculous.
And so you look at that and say the Nuggets are 4-2. They're this close, and their offense rating right now, 124, is insane.
It's like,
And
what
he
would
can't
it
make a
look
shot.
like?
What would it look like if he was just shooting 38%, which would be the lowest number for him in a long time?
This is literally unthinkable. Like, this is the last thing I could have imagined happening, is that Cam Johnson, the guy that we got, was like, all right, well, we have a shooter. We don't know if we don't know if he can facilitate. We don't know if he can rebound. You know he can shoot. It's the only thing he can't do is shoot.
And not even close. All right, we got Brendan Vogt live from the arena. Let's find out. I know Bruce Brown talked today. Let's find out what he had to say. There is some voting time. They can't hear us, right, Gil? Oh, they can now. Vote. Look at you.
Hey, fellas, let me get this shot right. It's, you're either too far away or you can see every pore in my face.
Yeah, no, perfectly. There it is right there, man. You were looking fantastic.
And by the way, just everyone home, voting time is tomorrow.
Technically. Vote on a scale of 1 to 10. How fun was this game in your opinion?
That's a really great question. It was fun because the Nuggets led wire to wire, and I believe, fellas, the Nuggets have yet to trail at home through 3 games this season. Now, they played the Suns, the Pelicans, and the Kings. That helps. But in 2023, when they won, guys, Ball Arena became an impenetrable fortress, right? Perched a mile high above sea level. It's been breached since. These last 2 years, the home record has really fallen off compared to that 2023 mark. So it's really good to see them kind of taking ownership, right? Try to restore some glory to the domain here, which they've done through 3 home games. That part of it was fun. The no one playing any defense at all, and the final, let's call it 90 seconds of this game being as sloppy as it was, took some air out of the building. But largely, Nuggets fans got to see the Nuggets do their thing on offense, and a little Bruce Brown crowd pop as well, which was a lot of fun.
Man, that was a lot of fun. Was there, I mean, he did, I don't know if you were seeing it, but he was getting into it a little bit. It's like it woke him up. It's like he was like, it's like an old hat, as we say.
An old cowboy
I believe he did a hat tip after making a shot tonight, which is awesome, by the way. Like, what a great addition to his arsenal. Yeah, it was really fun, man. When he checked out in the fourth quarter, the crowd did the Bruce. It was a lot of fun, man. It's like having an old friend come visit you, except he's back for good, or at least for this year. So it was super cool.
We heard from Bruce in the locker room.
Let's do it. We heard from Bruce after the game, and he said it was fun tonight because he got to be on ball more. Obviously, David Alleman went with a 5-man bench there in the first half, and Bruce told me, honestly, we've been waiting for that. We've wanted to get that look off. We go against the first unit in practice. We have a lot to do. We have a lot of work to do, he said, but it was fun for him to sort of be on ball. And honestly, man, Adelman, we've talked about how much he's extended and messed around with the rotations. The 5-man bench unit tonight, I thought it was a good call because Murray's hobbled and they did their best to keep his minutes down. But Bruce Brown was a big part of that. I asked him if it was fun to get his offense going at home, and he said, yeah, but shit, I got to bring it with me on the road. So that's next up for Bruce. But he's having fun, guys. He's having fun being back in Denver. And if you didn't know that, the media has asked him every 30 seconds if he has. So quotes are out there.
I will say this, the one thing I appreciate about Bruce, underrated, he is like honest. You know what I mean? Like he's not, so a lot of these guys are trying to make themselves feel good in every quote or something like that. I like that he's like, yeah, man, I got to be better on the road, but it feels good to be at home.
He was honest. In fact, I asked him, he's really physical. He's not afraid to foul. And I said, is that intentional? Is that trying to put fouls on tape now so that maybe you can be officiated and guard the way you want to come playoff time? And he said, there's no doubt about it. He said, Lou Dort is a guy with a physical reputation. He gets to be really physical in the playoffs. Bruce is trying to do that same thing. He's trying to put it on tape now. This is how I play. And I asked him that question because the Nuggets have talked about that before, actually, from training camp to the locker room. Jamal Murray mentioned it in the last home game. They want to be more physical. They want to do it now, dare the referees to make some calls or not, so that come playoff time, they're kind of more used to that. So that's an interesting development. I asked David Adelman that same question, and he echoed the sentiment. He says it's really important to put it on film, and it was really good to see Bruce going, David Adelman said. You guys may have noticed that Jokic has not gone into the post a ton this year. He did it early in the Wolves game. He did it early tonight. And Adelman had some thoughts about that. He said, he went to get going early, and we hit him in the pocket early. Did a good job of putting him in advantageous positions. But he said, that's good for me as a coach, because then I get an early look at how they're defending you, how they're defending us. Sometimes if you wait too long, we're kind of wasting minutes in that regard. So an interesting note from David Adelman. But here's the other side of the coin. If it seems like he's posting up less, he is. And if it seems like that's intentional at all, to some extent, yes. David Adelman said, if we can get through games without having to post him up 25 times, that's beneficial for us. That's beneficial for his body. Obviously, in some matchups, they're going to need him to be aggressive and set the tone. We can identify 2 games so far in which he's really done that. Again, the Wolves game and this game here tonight. But some interesting insight into how Jokic has approached the start of the season so far.
I think that's a really interesting note, man, about deliberately, because it is funny. Tonight he was down there early, established himself, and what did he have? 15 points in the first quarter. So it in some ways it's comforting Denver has an ace up their sleeve that they're deliberately trying to pace a little bit for obvious reasons. I like it.
Yeah, and just get a sense of how they're guarding you. So that was a really interesting note. You know, the Nuggets started to close this game, guys, much better than the Portland game. Got a little sloppy at the end, in part because the Kings waited till like 90 seconds left to do any of the things that the Blazers just did successfully, which is maybe pressure a little bit in the backcourt, tried to deny the ball on Jokic. Of course, the Blazers went small. The Kings did not. So maybe not the best test of the Nuggets' closing abilities, because that is the blueprint, and the Kings just seem largely disinterested in doing that.
Yeah.
But they did succeed in making the Nuggets a little sloppy at the end, and David Adelman didn't love that. He said, look, man, we got to close games better. 8 turnovers as a team tonight is much better, but the couple that happened late, just feel like they can clean those up. And the one note he had in particular in this game was we were getting stops and then we were racing down the floor and getting shots up early in the shot clock. We just didn't need to do that. Felt like that gave them a chance to get back in the game. And he mentioned that Zach LaVine 3 that could have cut it to 5, but it didn't go in. I mean, Nuggets fans have seen Zach LaVine hit fourth quarter threes before. He's kind of like the reverse Mike in that way. Waits till the fourth and gets going. Tonight, it worked out in Denver's favor. But the note going forward for them is really like they got to clean up how they're finishing these games. That's still what Adelman is feeling, despite getting their third win at home tonight.
I think that is a good note. They did not close the game very well, but the Kings pretty bad. That was another note. So
the Kings are pretty bad. The Kings did have one guy who played really well tonight, and that is Russell Westbrook, and he spoke in the locker room.
Drew Eubanks somehow.
Drew Eubanks.
And Drew Eubanks, who might not be that bad, but I digress. Let's talk about. Okay, maybe he is. Let's talk about Russell Westbrook, though, who was pretty candid in the locker room. You know, he was asked about how he thought his year in Denver went. He said, I thought it was great. Maybe other people didn't feel the same thing. There's some back and forth with Bennett, who tried to ask some follow-ups about not coming back. And Russ said, the truth is they didn't want me to come back. And he said that, you know, it wasn't up to me. And then there was a follow-up, well, you have a player option. And he said, yeah, the front office told me not to pick it up. So I don't play anywhere. Here's the exact quote. I don't go anywhere that I'm not wanted. Just to flesh out the full context of the interview, he enjoyed his time in Denver on the court. He had a lot of nice things to say about the fans, but those pointed quotes were specifically about the front office apparently asking him not to pick that option up.
Yeah. I mean, yes, that's exactly how it went down. So but it is interesting too that he obliged, you know, not every player will do it. It makes me respect him that he was like, hey man, I don't have a team to go to. I'm not even sure everybody wants me.
Another route is you don't oblige and you make them buy you out.
Right. Could have done that.
Yeah.
Could have even done that. So
No, I bet Ben Simmons was not wanting to. The front offices were not wanting to pick up someone.
Yeah, for sure.
He just
I don't think he would have done that. I don't think he would have said,
did it.
I'll test myself. Any final thoughts, Vogt?
No, just that I hope the home dominance continues. Like I was kind of outlining earlier, it was such a key ingredient in their dominant run in 2023. And it would just be a nice kind of early sign that the Nuggets are maybe closer to form than we've seen in the last couple of years if they're able to dominate at home. So far, they have yet to trail here in Ball Arena. I'll say what I said last time. You should do yourself a favor and get here if you can, fans. It's been a good time.
Let me ask you one last question. Did they boo Dario Saric tonight?
I don't think anyone even knew Dario Saric was in the building, brother.
I saw a thing that said they brought him up a little thank you and everybody booed. So maybe that was a false report.
Okay, good.
Maybe they did boot. It happened so fast I didn't even see it, fellas. I caught the
Maybe they were saying Bruce.
They left it up 1 second for every minute he played for the Nuggets.
That's right. Yeah.
Poor Dario.
Also, 3-second boo.
Also, thank you for Big Val.
Yeah. All right, great stuff, man. Go catch Jokic.
See you, fellas.
Why don't we go to the clip, Westbrook clip, and we have it, Kale, don't we? All right, let's play it.
What you contributed to a playoff series win, to a Game 7 win. Well, how do you kind of look at your year here?
That was great.
Yeah.
I guess other people didn't.
Was it them who did not? I do think there was a report or a speculation that they had sort of...
The speculation, the truth is that they didn't want me back. It ain't up to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, John. God always has a plan. Be patient. Not up to me. They don't want me. That's okay.
Anyone else?
Somebody else do.
It is a player option. Would you have considered picking that up even if they didn't necessarily want you back?
Yeah, they told me not to.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't go anywhere I'm not wanted.
Yeah.
I don't need to.
Yeah. I mean, we have actually reported this. We talked about this earlier. The Nuggets, basically told him that they wanted to move on, and him obliging it, like I said.
I mean, yeah, and good maneuvering by the Nuggets front office. Like, if this is the route they wanted to go, like that was a question we had about this group. Like, could they run shit like that? And like they kind of maneuvered exactly how they wanted to here, and Westbrook didn't pick it up, but. And I mean, it makes sense, to be honest. Like, everything that's happened and what Russ said right there does make sense.
There's from Denver's side, there's also an honesty to it, because I think this could be framed as like, they said they didn't want me. Is that, yeah, they informed you that they didn't want you. They gave you an opportunity to go and pursue whatever opportunity you wanted. I think he can be upset about it, which is fair. I think an athlete should be upset about it, but at the end of the day, they gave him a chance to go explore other options.
I mean, he had choices also. He could have stayed and forced their hand as well, but he's like, I want to play. I still feel like I have, things in the tank. And it took a while, but it's worked out where he's now playing the minutes that he felt that he deserved, that he was not going to get with this Nuggets team. So it worked out for him. I also like the transparency and honesty after that game. He had a good game. He came into this building. He could have said, I'm not talking here. We've seen him have that at times, but he's like, no, I want to clear the air on this because this is a misconception about, the contract here. Let's just call it what it is so we can move on from there. So I do love the fact that he said it, and he's talking to, Bennett. He's talking to a Nuggets reporter in their locker room. Yeah. And he's like, I'm just going to get out in front of it, and I'm going to say what it is. They did not want me, so I left.
And, yeah, even my icy heart watching that, I feel bad, man.
Why?
I mean, because you could just, it hurt his feel. Like, you could see he was hurt. There was hurt in his voice.
I agree
there.
with that.
And he was very good for us last year. Not all the time. Like obviously
they would have been worse without him.
You can only feel so bad for a guy that's made $800 bazillion million and has a very great life. But I feel bad for the guy. Like, he really did bleed for this team, and he really just does that wherever he goes. His fans are another situation, but and I'm not upset that he's not here anymore, but that made me feel a little bad. That did make me feel bad.
You have a better sense of other people's emotions than I do. I didn't seem like he seemed down. I think there was a chip on his shoulder. They didn't want me.
No, but it's just like he's looking. It's like quick answers. He's like he's being icy and tough because
I look at it from a perspective of, he's gone through how many teams in the last 5 years?
A lot.
The Wizards, the Rockets, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Nuggets. 5 teams in 6 years, I think. None of them have really wanted him back, I don't think.
Yeah.
After the year plus that he spent there. And I don't think he wanted to stay, with any of those teams after his short stint wrapped up there. I think he did want to stay with the Nuggets. That might be the difference there compared to his previous few stops. Like, he probably definitely wanted to come back here. And he did have a good year, last year. He definitely had a better year than he's had as of late. But last year's team was a team that needed Russell Westbrook. They needed Russ to be Russ last year.
Yeah.
With how they had no bench, with just the lack of firepower outside of the starting lineup. They needed him. This year's team, with how it's constructed with their second unit, they don't need that Russell Westbrook this season. I think that was the Nuggets thinking and messaging to him.
I think, look, I think he's a good enough player, and they could absolutely use the talents if they felt like it would be. He's more malleable and more worth it, and all those types of things. I think Russ is one of those guys that is a former superstar, and it's hard for former superstars to mold into to scale down into the thing they are. Still a great player, and Sacramento needs a superstar type guy, like performance from him.
He was their best player tonight.
He really was. He really was.
He really was their best player tonight.
And I think Denver just wanted to go another direction. Should we get to our super chats? Oh wait, we have game ball. Yeah. Okay.
Game ball. Okay, I actually don't even know the answer to this.
I think
do
this
you
one's
vote?
obvious.
Do you?
Nikola Jokic, I think, is prone to
Well,
win this one.
that's what you.
That's what I think. 14 assists, man. I mean, we're underselling his assists this year. There it is. Box score stuffed. I'll tell you what: 4 steals, 2 blocks, 6 stocks. He's like 6th in the NBA in steals this year so far. Cookie monster, man.
Don't show Kendra Perkins there. Stuffing the box store. Is it stat padding?
Oh,
This
no,
early?
Yeah. Kale, you misspelled stat padding. You misspelled it.
Stat
Getting
padding.
all these blocks and steals, and
It's wild,
that's
man.
a stat pattern.
It's wild. Like he really did. He didn't look like he was in about third gear for most of this game, but
Yeah.
like he just goes like, "Whoop." And again, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not. It's
not
not
effortless.
It's
It's
not
not
effortless.
Lots
no
of
other.
effort.
No one else in the world can do it. But my God, he just flips it up and it just goes in every time. It is remarkable. I've never seen anything like it.
All right, let's go to Super Chats. There is no way I can read that.
Fox Prince, the homie.
Can you read it, Kale?
DA actually called some challenges. Casual dominance from Yoke. Russ was Russ. CB is back, and thank God for an early lead.
He went 2 for 2 on challenges tonight,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There
Dude,
has been a bit of a talking
Redeeming
let's
himself a
go.
little
dude.
bit.
Two
paternity
tests.
tests.
Although, to be fair, one was the easiest challenge in the history of challenges.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
It
matter,
was
dude.
so easy.
A
That
win-
was a horrible call.
But
was terrible.
in previous games, he would have just been like, just keep playing.
Just do it. Come on.
playing.
He's like, I'm thinking about crazy lineups over here. I can't be bothered with
Cole Bressler. I saw a vote at halftime with a fantastic pair of dress shoes on. Couldn't focus on anything else the entire second half. Love the Nuggets, baby.
That
Yo-
threw him off.
I was going to say, I think that's his burner.
Kyle M. Hey, D-line.
Hey, what up? Mark it down, Kale.
Mark it down in the spreadsheet.
Kind of a ho-hum win. Just put that in the comments right there. Ho-hum
No,
win,
we don't- we
D-line.
don't
Not an
Context.
impressive
No,
win.
it's content ho-hum, you know.
Son
Ryan
of a
B. We
biscuit.
sure this isn't like February 19th? Weird vibes.
It was
February
February
19th. What happened on February 19th? Like, is that just a random date? Does that mean something? The dog day? Is that just the dog days is what he would have said if he
February
meant that.
19th. I bet that's from a movie or something.
Oh, Groundhog Day. You son of a...
Yeah.
Is that what it is? I, thought it was like the second.
No, I don't.
Actually, no, it's not.
I was just saying, like, I bet it's from a movie. Like, I bet it's from like. I just don't know it.
Okay.
Let's look it up.
5-5-5-5-5-ish. I love this new team. 24 bench three-pointers down, only 531 till 555. I feel like that mark has not moved
It's
at
barely moved, man. We're down bad.
all. Adelman, 2 out of 2 on challenges
Oh,
tonight.
the U.S. landed on Iwo Jima that day, so that's probably
Oh, that's good.
What?
Such a good one.
wow. Weird vibes,
When
man.
they landed on Iwo Jima.
I love Bruce's hat tip celebration. It's perfect.
It is perfect, man.
Oh, actually, Thomas Edison patented the phonograph.
Oh,
that
maybe
day.
that's what he means.
that's what it
Those
That
were
is
weird-
what it was.
those were
Yeah.
weird
I was
vibes.
wondering if
Yeah.
it was that.
The
Not
phonograph.
Iwo Jima. not
Capturing the
Iwo Jima.
vibes.
Yeah.
Very weird at that time.
Super chat from Husha9. What a game in Enver tonight. No D whatsoever.
But there was a W.
Cliche watch.
Oh, actually, the Donner Party was rescued from being stranded that
Oh,
day. Dude, those
okay.
are
Good
weird
call.
vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
No,
You don't think
weird
you don't think the
vibes.
vibes are weird when you just
Good
ate
call.
half of your
Yeah.
the people that you're going to.
Yeah.
No, I know what it was. It was the day Fidel Castro stepped down for.
Oh, dude, how weird were those
Oh,
vibes?
man, that was
vibes.
a weird day.
Dude, those vibes
the
were
vibes
that
had
was
to be
so
down.
weird when
no
that
more
happened.
Fidel Castro.
Oh
that
my
was
God!
so weird.
What?
It has to be- no, that makes sense.
What is this, February 19th?
It's like,
What is this? My microwave?
you better come here acting like it's February 19th with me. With me?
probably something
Sometimes gotta
soft.
let the podcast come to you. Absolutely.
Sometimes you do.
You know, how important is it for a veteran team like this to establish good habits in the regular season? Because tonight felt like the opposite of
Oh,
that.
I can't wait. We're going to be so insufferable all year. Not only
Also,
do we want to
from,
win,
you know,
we want
big
to win
effort
the
to
way.
preserve AG and Yoke's body this
Are
year.
you in a hurry, Harrison? We had to talk about these ones.
Okay, let's talk about them.
Well, now you just went on for it.
We can go back to it.
I was saying, people, we have to enjoy the wins. The Nuggets had a wire-to-wire win.
Yes.
They have not trailed at home. And we're like, yeah, but it could have been better.
Definitely.
Wire-to-wire win could have been
We
better,
have
though.
high
Oh,
expectations.
son of a bitch! It's Jokic's birthday.
It was? It is?
Yes.
No, I like the other things better.
That was a good bit, though.
I like the other things better. The worst part is all he looked up was, when is Jokic's birthday?
Well, somebody said it in the chat. I was like, "Oh no!" And then I googled it, and it was like, came right up. I thought it was Iwo Jima.
I thought it was the Edison one. I thought,
I thought Fidel Castro.
But think about our goat king emperor sharing his birthday with such monumental
That is
events.
true. A lot
And
of big
also,
events
why
on
would
that
it be
day.
vibeless on his birthday?
Yeah, it would have been Vibey.
Yeah, this is crazy.
If you guys are watching us on our Fast channel, which you should do, by the way, it's really easy to watch us there. But if you are, head on over to the internet for overtime.
Super chat from Tom Stewart. I was critical of CB last game. Great bounce back for him. Good to see the guys get the dub. Let's get a little home win streak going.
Let's get a long one.
please.
You know what I want? I want people to start complaining that it's unfair to
I
have to
can't
play
wait.
in Denver.
We got to
want-
get Spike back
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, dude, I want people to be like, it is ridiculous. We have to go and play. It is not fair. And then it's like, that's what I want.
I know. I can't wait.
Michael Porter Truther.
Oh, here we go.
Onsen, 19 rebounds this year. Mike, 17 rebounds last night.
Oh, man. He's on it, man.
What
Dude,
Mike
he's-
shoot from the floor last night, though? I don't know. I didn't see.
This is such a Westbrook stand,
I know.
like, super chat, you know?
I know, but
Yeah, but they don't put all of the stats. Like they're not going to
Yeah.
ever put plus minuses next to each other.
Or just shooting.
Or record.
Man.
They're never going to show the thing. It's like you're going to play the one thing it's supposed to look
also,
good.
can we wait till like the team falls apart and then like we just keep winning games, right?
I know. And I'm telling you guys, we don't know how to be happy.
I do.
Oh, I know how to be happy.
Just kidding. I have no idea.
Let's see. Josh Barnett from Down Under.
Down under.
Dev, number 14 won Melbourne Cup. So close. Next
Dude.
year.
Gosh, I
He
was
said
thinking about
15.
Gary.
It was Gary.
It was
Yeah.
tough.
Obviously.
That's such a horse
It
name.
should have been Gary.
Also, Melbourne.
But we were close. Next time.
Also, Ryan B. forgetting Jokic's birthday. Fake fans.
Sorry.
Dude, we're so fake.
I'll be
man.
honest with you guys. There are some things I know about this team and
Yeah.
things like their
I don't
birthday.
know
Also-
anybody's birthday.
don't-
Also,
on
yeah.
this
Also,
team, not
ask me
gonna
my
lie.
mother's birthday. It's January 19th.
Is that it, Kale?
February 19th.
Hit that outro music for us. Good to be back in the Winners Lounge, boys.
Oh, bro, I
man,
never want to leave here.
I deserve to be here.
Hey, look, think about the laughs we had today.
Man, we had
So much fun.
oh man, so many. We appreciate you guys all joining us. Let's go to the DNVR.com, find out what's written. Hit the like button on the way out.
Let's go.
We all silly like the mayor.